Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, this is Aviation Lovers with Bonnie, and today I want to talk about the aptitude test, and that's the role. I'm going to focus on the role of aviation aptitude test. Yeah, because I did it recently, and also I have a friend in the military, the Air Force, who has done it, and I think I have the right knowledge to share with you. It can be helpful. So stay tuned up to the end. Yeah. So, at the end of July 2024, I attended, which is 31st of July, I attended the aviation aptitude test because I had applied for the aeronautical information management job with the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. Yeah, so Kenya Civil Aviation Authority is that body that regulates or oversees the aviation operations in Kenya. Yeah, so it's a regulatory body. So it was recruiting aeronautical information officers trainees. So I was one of them, the graduate trainees. So I was one of them, and I was invited for the interview with many others. And today I'm not going to talk about the types of tests that we did. I will talk about it in another video because it will be long. So what I'm going to focus on the roles. That is the role of the aptitude test, so that you will know what to expect, and so that you can prepare adequately on the appropriately. Like you know what they expect of you, and now you can prepare appropriately so that you cannot focus on things that are not relevant. Yeah, so I hope I'm clear on that. Yeah, so when we were in the attending the test, which is the aptitude test, it was being offered by the Kenya Air Force. So the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority contracted or outsourced the services of the Kenya Air Force to come and do the test for us. So with their materials and everything, they came and they did the tests for us, and they were doing that in Kenya. So in Kenya, there is the aviation training organization owned by the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. It's called East Africa School of Aviation. So the school is also a regional training center of excellence, recognized by International Civil Aviation Organization. So it's located in Nairobi near the main airport, which is the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. So when you search on your Google Maps, you type EASA or East Africa School of Aviation, you will just see the location. It's just near the airport. And we were told that when we were doing the test, we were told that what they were expecting from us. So number one is that they were expecting that uh, we do accurately the answers. So what does it mean? It means that we do only the questions that we are sure of. Because sometimes, for example, you can be given a test. The test has 40 questions, and you are given around 10 or 15 minutes. So they expect you not to finish all the questions. But number one, to do the right ones, the ones that you are sure only. That's the accuracy. They are testing your precision and accuracy. Because in aviation, they don't leave anything to chance. Yeah, you have to do anything accurate. And if you are not sure of what you're doing, you just leave it to the other person to decide. You don't give them wrong information. So that was actually the role of that. So if you do the wrong ones, it is negatively marked. What does it mean? It means that if you get, let's say, 10 correct, and then 5 you fail. Let's say you did 15 questions, and then 10 are correct, 5 are you fail 5. So they subtract the 5. So it's 10 minus 5. So you get 5. So that's negative marking. It's not that they mark only the right ones and they forget about the wrong ones that you failed. No, they mark all of them. So let's say plus 10 and then negative 5. So you 10 minus 5 and then you have 5. So that's what's called negative marking. So it encourages you to do only the right ones. Just do the ones that you are sure of. Assume you do 10 out of the 40 questions, and you get all of them. You see? You get all of them. So you have 10. Somebody else does 40 of all of them, and if, let's say, he gets 25 and he fails 15. So it's 25 minus 15, it remains 15. Or somebody may get 30 and fails 10. Or somebody may get 20 and fails 20. So that's 0. Because 20 minus 20, you have 0. So it is encouraged that you are optimally sure of what you're doing. So that's number one. Number two, they are testing your speed. In as far as you are doing the right ones, you have also to be speedy because you will be ranked. And out of that ranking, they will take the best because out of us, they wanted 30 people. And we are still waiting for that outcome. So they wanted 30 people, and we were invited around 150 people. So you see that in as far as you do the right ones, but you have also to be fast so that you can do as many as possible, and then you can be on top of the list. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so you have to be fast. Fast in the sense that time is very small. Time is very limited. I can remember the maths questions. We were given 67 questions. No. The maths questions were around 40, and then it was around 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah. So another one, the ones that is 67 questions was that of it's called instrumentation. Remember, uh, on the cockpit of an aeroplane or of any aircraft, there are these instruments, these round instruments. So there is the one that shows you altitude, speed, wind direction, everything. Yeah. So we were taught on those instruments, and then now the questions were 67, and then the minutes were they were 27 minutes. So you have to be very very fast. I don't know how those minutes run very fast. It goes very fast. By the time you realize you are being told 10 minutes, and then 5 minutes, and then over. And military, they don't add anything. They are military precision. If they say 1 minute is 1 minute, there is nothing to lazy around. Yeah, so that is it. So I've told you number one is accuracy. Number two is speed. Number three is your ability to be taught. Because in as far as we were being given questions on maths, general sciences, and other things, mechanical, it was mechanical something. Those are things that we learned when we were in primary school and high school and also university. But now, here, remember, personally, I did aviation management in university, so I had advantage. But some people were invited to the interview who had done electronics engineering, surveying, GIS, remote sensing, whatever, geography, anything, because they were rounding off. They were not strict on inviting people who did aviation, because anyway, you were to be trained. You were trainees. Yeah, you were trainees, but the only requirement is that you have a degree in certain courses. Yeah, so I had done civil aviation management. At least I knew something to do with the instruments. But now, what about these other people? So in the last test, we were taught about the instrumentation. It's called instrumentation. So there are six. As I told you, there is the airspeed, there is the altimeter that shows the altitude, the direction, and all of it. There are six. And they teach us first. That's where they teach you first, and then now they give you the exam. So they are testing your ability to be taught. And now they were saying that if you score much on that one, and then this ones you score at the average, they can consider you because it shows that you have a magnetic mind. It shows that you can learn something so fast. It can give you. Remember, for example, in high school sciences, let's say chemistry, whereby if you pass in paper 3, which is the practicals, and then you may fail on these other ones, you have higher marks than somebody who has passed in theory and has failed in practicals. So it's the same thing. So that one, we were being taught, and then now given the test. And before you were being given the test, they gave us the time to ask all the questions so that everybody was on the same page, whether you are whether you have done aviation before or not. So if you pass on that, it shows that you can be taught, and now it gives you an edge. So that was also something they were examining us on. And when I called my friend who is in the military now, they actually he just joined this year. He has 6 months. He has 6 months inside there, and they have finished the physical exercises. They are now in class. He's doing navigation, and they were given the same test that we did. Because what I realized with this test is that they were dirty papers, which means they have been used and they are written. So they have been used and used and used before. Actually, it is part of the military resources that they used to train aviation personnel every year. And it's not only for pilots, anybody in aviation. Remember, for our position that we are applying, it is aeronautical information services or aeronautical information management or as aeronautical information officer. So it's the same thing. Annex 15 of ICAO, you can check, go and check on that. And now, they can also use star test for air traffic controllers because I have a friend who is an air traffic controller trainee. He's training here. He has around 6 months again. He joined in March. They did the same test. Anybody in aviation, you see, in short, to be precise, like that test is applied in anybody. And he said that he confirmed that actually what they were testing us on is what they were being tested on, like general sciences. And that gave me that the confidence to share that with you because I know that it can be helpful for you. So, in as far as you have knowledge on those matters, general sciences, for example, the speed of sound, the speed of, I don't know, light, those things, those are general sciences and other exams that we are being tested, which I'll cover in another episode. You have to know these things. You have to be accurate, precise, so you don't have to finish the questions. Just do the right ones as much as possible and the right ones only. And you are on the edge. And for the instrumentation, know that before you even attend those aptitude tests, learn about the instrumentation. Learn how to read those instruments, how to read the direction of an aeroplane, the banging, the attitude of the aeroplane, like the nose down or it is okay, or it is nose down or nose up, or it's okay. The direction of the nose or the aircraft or the banging, and then the speed and everything. Airspeed. Airspeed is the speed of the aircraft, and the altitude. So learn to read all those. You can Google the 6 main instruments that an aircraft must have, and then you can learn to read them. And then when you go there, you have an edge. You are a step ahead of anybody else. And what I also realized about those tests is that you can use elimination methods, especially for those instruments. There are those readings that you can, because you are given answers A, B, C, D, E. So there are those readings that you see, they are actually off compared to what you are given here. So you can use elimination, and then the two that remains, you can compare. You can just read, or the one. You can even do the eliminations, it remains one. So that is it. So at least you know what to expect. Yeah. In as far as you have knowledge and everything, but know that your accuracy is very important, your speed is very important, and also your ability to learn. Those are the 3 key aspects. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to support more of these productions, go to my description section, get the PayPal or whatever, the PayPal email, the M-Pesa, Sendwave, whatever, and I'll appreciate so much. It will give me more and more energy to dig in and to provide and match as much content as possible, and then we can be able to build a very strong content here, a very strong community. That's life. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Aviation lovers with Pony. Bye bye.